I'm feeling a little under the weather.
It's weather.
I know, but whatever it is, I'm feeling under it.
Oh my God. Good evening, folks, and welcome to Eat My Sports, the only show that takes a bite out of sports, chews it up, spits it out, and then uses a 5-second rule to let everybody know it's still good to eat. I'm Bud Carlson. With me, as always, is my partner, Rico Steves.
I had too much butter this morning, Bud.
Excuse me?
This morning, I had a biscuit, and I'm pretty sure I had too much butter on it.
Okay, well, how much butter did you use?
A whole stick.
Well, that's way too much butter. I mean, why would you put a whole stick of butter on one biscuit?
I ran out of knives. Okay, hold on. I feel a butter burp.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that tasted like when you throw a popcorn without all the scratchiness. Not bad. Oh, I feel much better.
You disgust me.
I may have spoken about you once to my neighbor, but I would not call that a discussion.
I don't mean you disgust me. I mean you disgust me.
Bud, you don't have to talk to me like I don't understand.
Let's just get the show started by taking a few calls on our topic of the day. But before we take calls, Rico, tell us what the topic of the day is.
The topic for today is, if you could choose anyone from NBA history to take a last-second three-point shot for your team to win an important playoff game, who would it be?
I've noticed lately that our callers are getting a little off topic. So in the interest of making it easier, let's narrow down the choices to Larry Bird, Reggie Miller, and Jeff Hornacek. Caller on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Ned Hopper from San Francisco, California.
So, Ned, who would you choose?
Well, I'm a huge basketball fan. I like it almost as much as I like your show.
Thanks.
Thanks.
And I've always thought that Reggie Miller looks delicious.
What's that?
Well, I'm a cannibal, and I've often fantasized about cooking and eating Reggie Miller because he looks so delicious.
Okay, this is the exact kind of thing I was talking about. This whole getting off topic thing, I hate it.
I think I know where he's going with this. Now, Ned, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're the kind of guy that looks normal, hangs out at bars, drugs young people, and then takes them home, cooks them, and eats them. Am I right?
It's like I'm talking into a mirror.
That lifestyle just seems like a lot of work.
It sure is. I wish it were easier. I'm not very good at it.
Let me tell you a little story about a young Michael Jordan. When he was 15, Michael tried out for his high school basketball varsity team, but to the surprise of many, didn't make the cut. So what did he do? He went home and he practiced. He practiced every day as much as he could, and then next year when they held tryouts, Michael made the team.
Sounds like he really wanted it.
That's right! And if you want to eat people as much as he wanted to play basketball, you're going to have to practice hard. You got to branch out. Don't just pick up people at night at bars. Go to yoga, go to wine tasting, rent a puppy and take a walk in the park. And just remember, most importantly, practice makes perfect.
Thanks. I'm going to see if there's anyone at the gym I can eat. If I catch them right out of the sauna, it'll be like eating human dumplings.
Okay, all right. I'm going to end this right now. Ned, we're hanging up on you.
I love Dexter.
All right, let's take another call. Maybe someone who doesn't eat people. Caller, you on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Davey McCormick from Boston, Mass.
Hey, hello, Davey from Beantown.
All right, now that that's out of the way, who would you choose?
I don't like making choices.
Well, that's the whole point of the topic of the day.
Yeah, I'm not too good with decisions, you know. I could look at an Applebee's menu for like 3 hours before I pick the burger.
Well, you're from Boston, so you must like Larry Bird.
Who's that now?
The 3-time NBA champion, 3-time MVP, Larry Bird.
I mean, who names their bird Larry? You know, I hate it when people name their pets human names. Pets should have pet names. You know, I got a bird, and I named it a good bird name.
What's his name?
Peter. Peter Cockatoo. Like Peter Cottontail, the rabbit, but like for a bird.
That's a great name for a cockatoo.
No, he's a crow.
Who owns a crow?
The crow. Brandon Lee forever?
All right. Thanks for your call. Next caller, you're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Salma Hayek from Lubbock, Texas.
Your name is Salma Hayek?
Maybe if you say my name all weird, but my name is actually pronounced Salma Hayek.
Yeah, Salma Hayek, like the actress.
Never heard of her.
She's super famous. Rico can back me up here.
I don't believe I know who you're talking about, bud.
Just yesterday, you were telling me how much you love the movie Desperado. She's the girl in Desperado.
Antonio Banderas?
No, the girl.
Steve Buscemi?
No, the girl in the movie.
Well, which one? Cheech Marin or Danny Trejo?
Neither of them are girls. Rico, I'm talking about Salma Hayek, the hot girl with the dark curly hair. You know, she plays the female lead in the movie. You said you loved Desperado.
Wasn't she in Frida?
Yes. Yes,
never
thank you. She was in Frida.
I never saw Frida.
Me neither, but I do love Fritos. My favorite are the chili cheese. I like to squirt a little lime on them.
But it's like I'm talking into a mirror.
Okay, that doesn't make any sense. Don't you realize that you can't see your reflection in your own words?
If that's true, then why are people always telling me to watch what I say? I mean, how am I supposed to watch it if...
I should have seen that coming. We're going to take a short break, but stick around. We'll be right back with more Eat My Sports.
You ever tasted human flesh?
Oh my God, no.
It tastes like chicken.
Welcome back to Eat My Sports. The sports show with so much sports that we have to package the leftovers in these little white Chinese containers. I'm Bud Carlson. With me tonight, and every night, is my partner, Rico Steves.
This is delicious.
Rico, what are you eating?
Sports. I'm eating sports.
Okay, no, you're not. Nobody actually eats sports.
Well, tell that to Ming Dunk.
Who?
Ming Dunk, owner of Slam Dunk Chinese restaurant and sports bar. Today, Chef Dunk has prepared a baseball sautéed in sesame oil with tender beef and snow peas. You want a bite?
We're eating a baseball.
And it's really good.
You mean to tell me that you're actually eating a baseball?
Signed by Joe DiMaggio.
Wait a minute. You're eating a baseball signed by Joe DiMaggio, Jolton Joe DiMaggio, the Yankee Clipper?
Yes.
My gosh, you know how valuable that must be? I mean, Joe DiMaggio won 10 pennants with the Yankees, and he still holds the record for the longest hitting streak at 56.
I think I still have some of the signature left if you want it.
No, thanks. Why don't you give the Chinese food a rest, and let's try to move the show along, okay? Thank you. I'm told we have a real exciting segment. Rico, why don't you tell everyone what we have in store this segment?
Thanks, Bud. Our next segment is something really special. Our own George Tanner, sports correspondent, will join us in just a moment to travel back in time and give us an interview with jousting legend Sir Edward Wrinkle III in a segment that I'm calling A Wrinkle in Time.
Okay, Rico, first, that's the title of a very famous book.
I don't read.
Okay. And second, time travel is not possible.
But just a minute ago, you said that nobody actually eats sports, only to find that I was eating a baseball. Don't you think that there are those times, and this might be one of them, where you're wrong?
Just throw it to George.
George, are you there? Do you have on the time helmet?
Yes, Rico, I'm here. And yes, I'm wearing the time helmet.
It looks like the time helmet is made out of tinfoil.
Yes, Bud. Are you going to criticize that? Do you know of a better material to build a time helmet out of? I mean, with all of your time helmet building experience. Remember what we just talked about a minute ago, maybe being wrong about things?
I guess.
Okay, George. Go ahead and start up the helmet.
You got it, Rico. Whoa. Wow. Whoa. Hey, Bud, Rico, you guys still there?
We got you, George. Loud and clear.
Well, guys, I'm standing here now with jousting legend Sir Edward Wrinkle III. Sir Edward, welcome to the show. Have a seat.
Thanks, dog.
Dog?
Well, it's slang. It means like, you know, dude or buddy.
No, yes, I'm familiar with the term. I just didn't expect you to be using it, that's all.
Well, you know, once the kids start using it, you know, then it's only a matter of time before everybody else is all like, you know, dog.
No, of course, yeah. So, Sir Edward,
The rink.
okay, the rink. Why don't you tell us a little bit about how you got into jousting?
Well, it's quite simple. It's either jousting or blacksmith. There's not a lot of jobs out there.
Oh, of course, no, absolutely. So, according to legend, you're the knight who defeated 30 men in just one tournament.
True. You know, I was mad hungry.
Indeed,
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Chop it.
Ah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, do you like jousting?
Oh, it has its highs and it has its lows, you know. When the standings are high, you know, the winches go low.
Oh, yeah.
What's it doing? Blowing it up. Yeah.
So, there's also another legend about you going around that says you started syphilis.
Who told you that? Was it Lil Nug? JoJo? It was Joker. It was Joker, wasn't it?
No, it's just a legend, so...
How you gonna say that in front of my wife? In front of my kids?
Listen, you were just talking about getting with wenches.
It's the 13th century. I'm allowed to do that. Don't you turn this around on me. You know what? This interview is over. You lucky I don't cut you. I got a sword.
Well, there you have it. I'm George Tanner, saying it's time for me to get back to the future.
Thanks, George. That is a great title for another segment.
Oh, Rico, that's the title of a very famous movie.
But once again, I think this might be one of those times where you could be wrong. I mean, you were wrong about time travel.
Okay, fine. I was wrong about time travel, but I'm not wrong about this. Back to the Future is a very famous movie with Michael J. Fox, Christopher Lloyd. They had a Back to the Future 1, 2, and 3.
Well, if you want to prove it to me, you could bring it over to my house and we can watch it together.
Well, that's not happening.
Because it's not real.
No, it's real.
Then prove it!
I'll loan it to you.
How can you loan me something if it doesn't exist?
I think you know what Back to the Future is. I think you know it. That's what I think. I think you know what Back to the Future is. You just want me to come over to your house and watch it with you.
What time you coming over? Chef Dunk has a special on Mongolian football.
Folks, don't touch that dial. We'll be right back with more Eat My Sports. TVs don't have dials now, so just don't touch anything. Sit there and wait.
My TV has a dial.
It would.
Well, it's got that, little RCA. It's an old RCA. Got the dog on it.
It's a radio is what you're talking about.
Oh, yes.
Welcome back to Eat My Sports, the only sports program that won't leave a bad taste in your mouth. I'm Bud Carlson. Off to my left is my partner, Rico Steves.
Thanks, Bud, but my name is actually pronounced Steves.
I think that's what I said, and I always say.
No, you said Steves, but it's pronounced Steves.
Okay, I'm sorry. Rico Steves.
You did it again.
Did what?
You keep mispronouncing my name.
I can't tell the difference between the way you're saying it and the way I'm saying it.
So then you're right and I'm wrong? Is that what it is? It's my last name. You think I know how to say it correctly?
Okay, I'm not calling you wrong.
What if I called you Bood Carilson? Is that okay with you?
No, I would
With
not.
me, as always, my partner, Bood Carilson. Bood, what's a good word?
Okay, Rico. I get it. I'm sorry. Tell me how to say your last name.
Steves.
Steves.
Will you take this seriously, please?
I'm sorry.
Steves.
Steves.
You know what, just go back to the old way.
What?
Yeah, the way you were saying it makes me sound French.
There is no meter to measure how much I hate you.
Well, you know what they say. Hate is just 1 degree away from love.
I don't think anyone says that. And I don't think that hate is measured in degrees.
Oh, I thought you didn't have a meter to measure it.
Okay, I'll give you that one. Well, let's not keep our viewers in suspense any longer. Right now, I want to jump right into our next segment, Rico's Corner, which is an editorial by our own Rico. This guy.
Thanks, Bood. Hi there, folks. Today I want to talk to y'all about something that I think we're all pretty upset about. A few nights ago, I was watching a basketball game. It was the Magic versus the Wizards. Now, if you're like me, and I'm sure that you are, because every time I look in the mirror, there's a guy that looks just like me in it, then I'm positive that you're disappointed to find out that nobody on the Magic actually has magic. And to top it off, no one on the Wizards are actually wizards. That's a fact. I went on to the Hogwarts database and was shocked to find out that not a single player on the Wizards has graduated or even attended the Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. So needless to say, the only thing that was going on in that court was just normal basketball. I believe this is a cut and dry case of false advertising. Now, for a moment, I thought the falsitude would end there, but then I decided to take a long, hard look at some of the other NBA teams, and I think everyone would be surprised at what I found in my investigation. The Mavericks. A Maverick is, quote, a lone dissenter who takes an independent stand apart from his or her associates. There's a team of them. That's hardly lone. The Kings? Not a king on the team. In fact, they don't even have a single royal person in the whole administration. No princes, no queens, no dukes. And don't get me started on the Spurs. They all wear shoes. And the Thunder, well, that's just racist.
How's that racist?
Chocolate Thunder.
But how does that apply to...
Exactly. The list goes on and on. I mean, the Bulls, the whole team is made up of just regular people. They're not even Minotaurs. And it doesn't stop with the teams falsifying. Rookie phenom Blake Griffin, not even a griffin. Head of a man, body of a man. I guess what I'm trying to say is that guys in the Magic, learn some magic. I mean, there's a Chris Angel Magic book on sale right now. It's available, purchasable online. It's $29.95. Give your fans what they deserve. I call him like I see him, and that's Rico's Corner. Bud, Bood, back to you.
Thanks, Rico. I hope anyone who was watching that had the sound off for the last couple of minutes.
Well, you know that old saying, soundless television is like a flowerless garden except for all the electric parts.
That is not a saying.
I just said it.
Just because you say it doesn't mean it's a saying.
Why do you think sayings get started?
I-
Yeah, moded.
Stick around. We've got more Eat My Sports on the other side of this break. Moded? What does that mean?
Yeah, it's like a 90s slang term. I believe it was predominantly used on the West Coast for like in your face.
Why don't you just say in your face? Welcome back. You're watching Eat My Sports, the first show to give you so much sports that we let you put it in your mouth, chew it up, swallow it, and then we give you a tepid glass of tap water to wash it down.
Tap water, the official drink of Eat My Sports.
I bet Carlson, seated next to me, is Rico Steves.
Boy, am I thirsty, bud.
Speaking of that, did you just say tap water is the official drink of Eat My Sports?
I sure did, bud.
Rico, tap water's free, thus it cannot be a sponsor on our show.
So you mean to tell me that nobody is paying me to enjoy this crisp, clean, lukewarm glass of tap water?
No. Nobody's paying you to drink that.
Really? Then where did I get this check?
That check? That is a check from the Publishers Clearinghouse, and it's get them in the mail. It's obviously fake.
No, but I may have already won. All I have to do is I send in this key, and if this fits in the car door, and that's just a bonus prize, then I get the whole thing. I get the money and the car.
No, it still doesn't mean anything, and it doesn't mean that you're getting paid to drink tap water.
Well, I'm sure all that'll change once the good people at the Tap Water Company see the new ad that I just shot for them. Hey, Billy, roll it! I'm Rico Steves, co-host of Eat My Sports. After a long day of talking, I like to wet my whistle with something pure. Tap water, the way God wanted it. I think I just may win an Oscar for that.
That was horrible. Nobody's ever won an Oscar for a commercial.
Yet.
Let's just get into our next segment.
Oh, is that what you want?
Yes, it's what I want.
Fine.
Fellas, you're in for a real treat tonight. Our own George Tanner, sports correspondent, is going live with the Cleveland Brown cheerleaders.
That's right, bud. Now, right now, George is about to talk to a group of girls known to everybody as the Brown Babes.
Which in no way is a comment on the girls' ethnicity. George?
Thanks, guys. Today I'm standing with 3 of the Cleveland Browns cheerleaders, and we're going to talk about football, cheering, and maybe get a look into their personal lives. Ladies, welcome to the show. Why don't we all just go around and you can all introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Jasmine.
Jasmine, like a fine tea.
I'm Ariel. And I'm Cinderella.
Why don't we all just say how long we've been with the Brown Babes?
Actually, we've all been with the Browns for 3 years.
And it's still fun, even if the Browns haven't won a championship since 1964.
We did make the playoffs in 2002, but that was a total fluke, and none of us were part of the squad back then.
Not making the playoffs would make the season short, so what do you ladies do in the off-season?
Well, I try to take it easy. I'm really kind of a princess, so, I like to hang out at home, watch movies. I love Robin Williams.
I'm a total workaholic. Whenever I have downtime, I always find myself fixing fires, making breakfast, washing dishes, mopping.
And I spend a lot of time at the pool. I love to swim. My dad used to say if I swam anymore, I'd become a fish. My best friend is a lobster.
Okay.
Sound a lot like Disney characters they share the same names with.
I don't know, bud. I don't watch Disney. I watch sports.
Well, you ladies must have jobs in the off-season.
Of course, I own a lamp store.
I run a maid service.
And I'm a marine biologist.
Wow, a marine biologist.
Yeah, I study everything under the sea.
Really? Well, I was wondering if you ladies wouldn't mind, could we perhaps get a demonstration of one of your cheers?
Sure.
Excellent.
Okay. Some people say that the Browns are no good, but that's not true because we're good at losing. Go Browns!
Wow, thanks ladies. That was just great. Wonderful. Now let's get to something that I'm sure every guy out there would like to find out about. What do you ladies look for in a guy? And can you do the splits? Answer in whatever order you feel appropriate.
Well, I'm looking for my missing piece. Someone tall and handsome who, when I see him, I won't even be able to speak. I just want somebody who feels like a part of my world. And yes, I can do the splits.
Well, I like a more dangerous guy. You know, someone who's not afraid to steal something. I also love to travel, so, you know, I really just want somebody who can show me the world. Also, I just love a guy with a pet monkey. I don't know why. Oh, and I can also do the splits.
Oh, hello.
I'm looking for my Prince Charming. Someone who doesn't care for the usual riffraff, but loves to throw parties, is a great dancer, understands the importance of a curfew, and doesn't mind that I can be forgetful at times. I can't even tell you how many shoes I've lost. Oh, and as for your second question?
Wowie zowie! Well, I think that's all the questions I have for you ladies today. Listen, thank you for coming to the show. Bud and Rico, back to you in the studio.
Thanks, George. Man, those are some splits. But I would have to say that my favorite splits are banana splits. And you know what goes great with banana splits?
I could venture a guess.
Tap water. From God's eyes to my mouth.
From God's eyes, really?
Yeah, because when it rains, that's just God crying because of the sinners.
Give me a break.
When I take a break, I drink tap water because it's good.
Enough with the tap water thing.
I can never get enough tap water. Tap Water, the official sponsor of Eat My Sports.
It is not the official sponsor.
And where did I get these awesome t-shirts? Yeah, look
That
at
is
that.
horrible. That's all the time we have for today. Join us next time we discuss how to get your hair slicked back perfectly, just like Pat Riley. I'm Bud Carlson.
And I'm Rico Steve saying bats are always more fun if they're showers. Good night. Man, that looks good.
This is horrible. Did you make this? Oh, this smells horrible.
Well, that's my jib shirt.
Oh, God.